How's it going, everybody? I know it's been a little bit since I've actually put out a blog. I've been sick. I've been feeling all the greatest. So I just want to kind of say hello and maybe reintroduce myself since it's been a little bit of time. But there's a lot of things going through my head lately, and really just trying to figure out in a sequential order what's important to you as a listener and as a viewer, and what you want to know about cystic fibrosis. I mean, I know what I want to tell people about it, but I encourage you to ask me some questions so I can kind of have a little more idea of what interests you. So I'm going to keep it kind of simple and straightforward with just a very, it's a piece of living with an illness. It doesn't have to be cystic fibrosis. It could be a lot of other things. I mean, disabilities and whatnot, where at times you feel, well, I don't want to use the word different because that's just so, I don't know, cliche. But, growing up, say third grade, for example, new school, new friends, I get sick. Nobody knows what CF is. All of a sudden I'm in the hospital for weeks. Just cards everywhere, phone calls, wishing their best. All very flattering and really, really helps you get by day while you're in the hospital. And that's like 4 weeks in there. I mean, you're counting tiles the flooring, and come up with weird games in your head, and you basically become a lunatic, a little insane being in there cooped up for a while. And when you get back, everybody's so excited to see you. They're very, very happy that you're doing better, and you are too. I mean, you finally get to see everybody. But with something that I don't know if everybody that touches on is just, it's like going away and leaving everything behind, and at the same time falling so far back that you don't know what's going on amongst your friends, your peers. So relationships really are kind of strained on. It's hard because guy friends are out doing stuff all the time, and you just feel out of the loop, and it's difficult. And as time progresses, and you become more frequently sick, missing days. I really gauge myself, in high school, for example, as more of an empty seat than a physical presence. I'd say I'd be back, and I did my best. Keep your head up and whatnot. But what happens in this situation is that as you become sick more frequently and you get hospitalized, people around you become a bit numb to the idea, not because they don't care and they don't love you. I'm very fortunate to have a very, very strong support system around me. But with the same breath, after a while, your buddy can't just be in the hospital all the time and you're shocked. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, whether it be one time or 400 times that you're in the hospital, for me, it doesn't get any easier. I'm still cooped up. I'm still away from everything I know. And yet, it becomes kind of like a normal behavior. And you lose sight of it, and nobody tries to do it vindictively or to hurt your feelings. But when you come back and you feel so lost, it was just something I thought about tonight. And I had this other video I wanted to show you, but that was a pressing thing on my head, is that when you meet these people and cystic fibrosis patients and anybody else with an illness such like this, I just want you to remember that, like I said, just because you've been there before doesn't make it any easier. Now, I consider myself a pretty strong person mentally, and it does take its toll, and it hurts when you're trying to develop relationships. Whether it be with you know another partner or just your friends and family. Um, and as I get older, it becomes even harder. Um, I'm sorry, this isn't the most amusing, the most informative one here, but it's something that's on my head. It's been I had to get it off my chest. Okay, I will tell you though, I'm very excited. There's been so many people who have asked questions or have been on here on the See If I Care website and joined on, and I appreciate that. I mean, there's a lot of work I got to get done, but please pass it on. Tell other people to get involved or ask me questions. I tell you what, you ask me questions, it's gonna be so much easier. These blogs. So with that being said, I'm gonna say goodnight early. I've got a lot to do treatment-wise before I go to bed. I'm dealing with a bit of a cold. But I would like to share with you next time the more informative side of things, and my day-to-day treatments and medications, and visitations to doctor's appointments. So that's coming really soon. I have most of it done already. I just this seemed more pressing today for some reason. You know, like I said, I'm lucky. I got some really good people in my life. There are a lot of people out there that don't. They're alone. And CF is a lonely disease. We're not even allowed to be within 10 yards proximity of one another, with the risk of trading off different growths of Pseudomonas, MRSA, all that stuff. And so it makes it lonely. But that's all for tonight. I'm actually in a pretty good mood, as depressing as this might come out as. Anyway, but I'm gonna go to bed. Please conjure up some ideas. Let me know what you want. It's done. Okay? So, good night for now. I'll talk to you soon, ladies and gentlemen.